I'm not even racing.
Let's go.
Hey, no one's here. Let's steal some shit.
Dude doesn't flog himself.
Come on. Come on. So sitting down with Cameron Beaubier here. I see not much has changed since the last time we shared a trailer because it's still messy as can be everywhere. Like, oh my gosh.
I don't even want to hear it.
You could have cleaned up a little bit for us.
It's a little messy.
All right, start things off. How are you, man? How's things going?
No, it's good. I have a little son now, little Brody, and dude, it's crazy, honestly. Like, yeah, just life has changed like so much, but it's so cool. You know, Shelby and I are, parents now, and we're just trying to figure it out. And it's
I never,
pretty cool.
I
It's
never
pretty cool.
ever thought that you'd have a kid or be responsible
I
enough
know.
to have one.
Well, I still think that I can barely take care of myself. So.
We know.
Yeah.
That is crazy. I do want to talk to you more about being a dad later on, but I guess what I want to know and talk to you a bit about is like Moto2 and how the Moto2 thing was, and then deciding to come back to MotoAmerica. So like, tell me a bit about the decision to go to Moto2, and then like how it went a little bit, because you had some really good, like some epic moments.
Yeah. I mean, over here, obviously, you know, like how everything happened with, factory Yamaha, not necessarily pulling out, but putting their their resources into attack, and a lot of stuff changed. You know, Yoshimura went away, and I didn't really know what the future was going to hold for MotoAmerica, and to be honest, I was super fortunate to be able to win those championships and have like all that success with Yamaha here, but seeing you and Joe like doing so well over in Europe and taking that jump that I wasn't really willing to take early on, it just like motivated me to do that. And
You had FOMO.
like I did, I had FOMO hardcore. And so Zemke ended up putting a deal together with American Racing to go over there, and I just wanted a big change and just do something kind of crazy, and it was, and there was some really good highs and a lot more lows and highs, but it was a pretty crazy experience, and it's crazy how fast it went too. Like, just the last 2 years just went like that. And looking back at, like, even just when I pull up my phone when I'm bored on the airplane looking at videos of Brody or something like that, I'll scroll through and just see like just all the stuff you forget you did, like whether you're in Thailand or Indonesia or just like there's just random stuff. I remember Gish and I just driving through this complete rainstorm. The roads are flooding in Thailand, trying to get back to the airport to make our flight, and like it's funny just the stuff you forget, but how much you do racing in the World Championship just because there's so much travel involved. Yeah,
definitely. No, that's what I'm gonna take with me too, is like all the random stuff that happened, and like all the small things, the small challenges you have to like overcome just to even survive and make it to the next day. Like I have a lot of those too. So all right, well, tell me, what was like the highest moment? What was the best moment in your Moto2 career?
Oh, man.
I think I know what it is, but
I'd say putting it on pole at Coda, but even my, what did I get, 4th or 5th place at Coda the first year, that was pretty cool because the stands were packed, and I could just like feel the energy. They were like rooting for the American boy, and it was just it was just such a cool feeling, even though I didn't even get on the podium or nothing, but it's like looking back, I had so many good opportunities to get on the podium, and I'd throw them away, or something would happen. But I'm glad to know that, like, I mean, on my day, I could run with the the best guys, it's a good feeling.
Yeah, 100%.
But definitely, it that class, man, it just makes you want to beat your head against the wall. Like, everyone is so fast, all the bikes are the same, and so just like all the little stuff really, really add up.
And those guys barely make mistakes. It's like,
yeah,
and if you make one little mistake, you're.
And if you're not trying, like, off the start, I would really struggle in qualifying, but in the race we were able to like turn stuff around, and like I was a really good racer over there.
For sure.
But I would always, you know, make it hard on myself qualifying. I don't know, if you're not on the first three rows, like it's gonna be really tough. It's gonna be a tough day. So yeah, just there's a lot to figure out, and it's just honestly, it's impressive how talented those guys over there are, and there's so many fast guys, and especially going over there, it's like you don't know who you hear some of these names here and there, but like you don't know. You're like, oh, who is this guy? Like, oh, no problem. And then you get there,
they show you
see how fast they are, and then they show you exactly.
Yeah.
Like the talent over there is so good at such a young age.
Yeah, don't underestimate anybody.
Yes,
you know, like,
exactly.
For sure, it's a class like that. Well, I'm glad you did it. Like, I'm glad you got to do it and like live over in Europe. I'm glad I got to see you a couple times when you were there and stuff. Like, that was cool. Like, cool. American vibe a little bit.
Yeah.
Then you abandoned me, and now I'm over there alone, all by myself. So I appreciate you.
Joe. You got smoking Joe.
He's not even there anymore. It's just,
he's in England, huh?
Yeah, he's in the motherland. Pause, real quick. I want to show you guys the Defile Odds booth, and my new merch is finally out. By the time this video comes out, all the stuff will be available online at defileodds.co. Be sure to check out the website for my merch and also the other stuff that they have. So anyway, back to the video. You abandoned me, so I appreciate you. But what was like the decision behind that? Like, what was the decision behind leaving Moto2? I think a lot of people thought that, man, you were like so close to getting some podiums and some really good results, and then you announced that you were coming back. I think a lot of people were like really surprised or shocked, you know, like. So I just didn't know, like, what was the thought process behind that?
So, I mean, I went over there. I'm 30 years old now. And
yeah.
I went over there. Yeah, shut up.
I'm 28 now. I feel old.
Yeah. And went over there with the goal to like do good enough in Moto2 to get into MotoGP. And basically, the first year I was over there, I realized it's gonna be pretty tough. Like you see how, well, first of all, how much talent over there. How much talent there is over there, and like how young the guys are getting thrown on MotoGP bikes. And yeah, I was doing good. Like I was having some good races, like some good results, and showing I was you know, competitive and fast, and I was building. But I mean, what MotoGP team's gonna take a 29, 30-year-old? It'd be pretty tough. And I was just like, I realized over there I was just kind of in like I was going into like a different part of my life, and I was pretty homesick. I'm how close I am with my family and friends at home, and Shelby, you know, she got over there for a lot of like the summer and stuff to hang out with us in Spain and go to some of the races. And it's funny because a lot of people think that like I went home just because she got pregnant. But
that's what I was gonna ask. Like, when did she get
pregnant?
Out.
I was sitting I was having a beer and dinner with Gish in Thailand, and she had like just woke up and sent me a picture. And like she was like, good morning, and like sent me a picture of
oh my god, you in Thailand?
And I was just like, yeah,
blocked.
Yeah. I was just like, I just started sweating, dude. I was just sitting at the dinner table, started sweating. But yeah, it's funny though, because a lot of people thought that was my
that's what I thought. I'm not
early
gonna lie.
on. I mean, the truth is like, I knew and like, it's not like we were trying or anything, but I mean, yeah, practicing. But I've always wanted to be a dad, and she's always wanted to be a mom, and so yeah, it's super cool. But like I said, that wasn't the reason I was coming home. It was part of it at the end, but it just kind of solidified the fact that I was making the right decision. And
yeah, for sure. Yeah, it is like a sign, you know.
Yeah,
like, I'm doing the right thing.
Yeah, so it's been cool, and like I'm not gonna say I don't miss it. Like I still watch all the practices and the races, and I'm just a fan of the sport. Like MotoGP is so cool. You know,
yeah,
and
yeah.
I obviously I watch you guys in World Superbike, and No, it's cool. It's cool.
Well, I know you got stuff to do, so I'm just gonna ask you like, well, shorten up your answers. You're talking too long.
I know.
Jeez. All right. Two more questions. How are you finding it back in MotoAmerica? You're doing super good. Like everybody's asking me like, hey, why aren't you doing good? Because Cameron's winning all the races. So like, what are you doing wrong? Still trying to figure that out.
Oh man.
But we do talk, don't we? Like I try to figure out what the hell you're doing because I want to do better. It's just different. Like
as you know, like there are some weak points on the BMW, but it has potential. Like it's got some super strong points. And, it's funny because I mean we were in Yamahas our whole career.
Oh
so
yeah.
It is.
And we switch at the same time to go to BMW.
Yeah,
it's pretty funny.
I know. I was just following you around. Obviously, I think the difference is you're racing, 15 Jake Gagne's, and so it's got to be a little tougher. But
I mean, I'm not saying I could definitely be riding a bit better, so I'll throw that in there. But yeah, it's
cool.
deep. It's deep.
It is cool though, like being a part of like the progression of this bike. And
same.
It does seem like that's what's been so like fulfilling for me coming back and doing this, because a lot of the stuff that like I learned on like how to make the bike better or like what worked for me on the SuperBike never worked on the Moto2 bike, and I was just kind of chasing my tail. Like I would ask for something and they'd put it in the bike and we'd go backwards, and so it was just kind of a
no future crew chief job for you, I guess.
No, but what I'm saying is when I came back with the BMW guys and Dave and like they'll listen to some of my feedback. I was like, man, we used to do this on the Yamaha. Like, I wonder if this would work.
Yeah.
And most of the time we get somewhere. So that's pretty cool. And it's just cool being a part of like a new chapter and like build something new and
for sure.
And fighting with the Yamaha guys. So it is a little weird though, because like I spent my whole career with the Yamaha guys, and you're like racing against them now.
Yeah, now they're across the street,
I know,
giving you freaking death stares.
I know, it's weird, but no, it's fun, and it gets me home with Brody and Shelby, and it's just a good gig.
Brody Beaubier.
Brody Beaubier.
Where'd you come up with Brody? Or where's the name come from?
My little bro.
Dude, do not tell me that's why you named your guy.
Brody Beaubier.
Is that really the...
No,
I was about to say,
not.
oh my gosh, like, dude.
No,
I'm cutting it here. That was actually why.
Dude, I don't even know where we came up with Brody. It just sounded good with my last name, and it's cool.
So how is it being a dad? Last question. How is it being a dad? And then I'll let you go.
Man, it's so cool. It's
How old is he right now?
He's like 2.5. He's almost 3 months.
Yeah,
and
so
he's like just at that point where he's starting to interact with you, like smile and giggle and stuff, and he'll sit in his little bouncer and just kind of like follow you around the. Who wouldn't laugh?
Yeah, who wouldn't laugh? You're looking at you.
That's cool, man. It's cool to see like how good of a mom Shelby is too, and like how much. It's funny because, dude, it's funny how happy we made our parents. Like they're just, especially like my mom and her mom, and so a lot of our friends at home too, like Tucker and Haley had a kid, and and then
so it's just more FOMO. You just
there's
trying
just
to
a handful of our friends have had kids, so we're all kind of having kids at the same time, and it's cool. So
I think I'm starting to pick up the pattern.
Yeah. What are you gonna do?
You're just a FOMO guy. No, not me.
Oh,
no, you're a FOMO guy. You're just trying to keep up.
No.
All right. I think that was it. No, wait. There was one more thing I was gonna. Oh yeah, is he gonna be a rider? Is Brody gonna be a rider?
I think he's gonna be a golfer.
Stop.
He's gonna make me some money.
All right. Well, we'll have to see if that happens. Come back in 10 years and we'll see if he's in the PGA, the little young PGA tour.
Dude, you see my swing.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for sitting down.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. If you guys have any questions for Cameron, DM him because I don't have any more. So.
Races around Ashton. So. Oh no! Oh no! Unfortunate. Whoa! Okay, now watch, Jason. You'll see Ashton go through the chicane here, and then all of a sudden, as the acceleration, nothing.
Oh man, you just. And I don't know if Hayden hit him as well. You just hate seeing this right here. Just hate it.